Mga pangyayaring naganap sa loob at labas ng ating bansa, mga balita sa loob ng isang linggo. Inyong mapapakinggan dito lang sa News Recap ng Millennial Online TV News and Updates. Ihahatid sa atin ni Cassie Sal ang katropa nyo sa pagbabalita.
Matapos sagutaan ng balota sa halalan kamakailan.
Tutok na, mga katropa. Mga milenyo, pagod ka na ba galing sa trabaho? At gutom na sa maghabong pagtatrabaho? Pero wala kang pagkain sa bahay? Narito na ang sagot, mga katropa. Ang super manok lechon. Napapawi sa inyong gutom at siguradong mapapa-anirize ka dahil sa tender juicy na jumbo pa. At siguradong malinis at bagong katay buhat sa farm. Kaya super masalasa at pangmasa pa. Ano pa hinihintay nyo, mga katropa? Takbo na sa Super Manok Panteño Siniluan at bumili na. Baka maabusan ka, katropa.
Ngayon, just to continue, Mr. Clyde Teves, the person named in the search warrant, was not around during the implementation of the search.
Talakay. Representative. Opinion. Palawakin. Aksyonan. Kasama Silos dito na sa Yung Millennial 9 TV.
Hanap mo ba ay Unwind Ventures? Tara nang mamangha sa mga tanawin. Ano man ang iyong travel goals? Dadalhin namin kayo. Sa Unwind Ventures at saya. Dito lang sa Wow Biyahe. Kaya wow, di ba?
Abangan dito lang sa Millennial Online TV. Barangay, pangunahing unit ng pamahalang lokal kung saan dito pinag-uusapan ang bawat sigalot ng mga residente ng bawat barangay. Dito rin pinag-uusapan ng mga piling halal na opisyal na barangay ang mga proyekto para sa kanilang barangay. Kumustahin natin ang panunungkulan ni Kapitan dito sa Dalaw Barangay sa Millennial Online TV worldwide, ang katropa ng bawat barangay.
Ating tinatapos ang ating pagpupulong. Maraming salamat po sa inyong pagdalo at tapos na po ang ating session. Andun na po tayo.
Responsable ka bang gun owner? At mahaba ba ang iyong pasensya? At hindi ba initin ang iyong ulo? Alam mo rin ba ang batas hinggil sa pag-iingat ng baril o firearms? Kung hindi,
A responsible gun owner.
Are you a responsible gun owner?
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 The PNP Civil Security Group would like to advise all firearms holders to renew their license to own and possess firearms and firearms registration within 6 months before its expiry date. Tumawag na at makipag-ugnayan.
Be a responsible gun owner.
One Gun Pilipinas ang sagot, mga katropa at kaganos. Tayo ituturo sa inyo ng One Gun Pilipinas o OGP ang lahat ng legal na paraan at proseso upang ikaw ay maging isang responsableng gun owners. Ano pa hinihintay nyo, mga kaganers? Sali na sa One Gun Pilipinas ngayon na. Ayun magandang gabi Pilipinas. At ang oras natin sa Udyat, alas 8:24 ng gabi, Philippine Standard Time. At syempre po sa inyong programang Dalaw Barangay, syempre dito lang sa Millennial Online TV, News and Updates. At syempre po ako pa rin ang inyong magiging kasama ang inyong kabarangay, Rosel Lopez. At syempre sa technical side, si Mr. J pa rin, wala nang iba. At yung mga kaibigan, syempre ngayon po ay araw na Sabado, ika-16 na po ng buwan ng Agosto taong 2025. Abay kanina ho, nagpaulan na naman, ano? Ulambon lang naman. Hindi naman ganun kalakas. Medyo slight lang, no? Hindi talagang yung buhos na talagang pagka ikaw ay na ulanan, basta sisiw ka kagad. Kanina hindi naman ganun. At syempre po magandang gabi sa ating mga kabarangay, sa ating mga netizen, mga dabarkats, at syempre sa ating mga katropa. Magandang gabi po sa inyo. At siyempre yung ating mga katropa, yung ating mga kuya, ate busot, Friends of Eagles ng The Fraternal Order of Eagles Incorporated. At siyempre po, particular Central Luzon Region 45. No, siyempre sa pangunguna po yan ng aming governor, walang iba kundi si Governor Rafael Agkawili. Abay, palakpakan mo Mr. J. Ayan. At siyempre po yung ating grupo, yung ating club, yung Media Rider Eagles Club, no? Siyempre sa pangunguna po ng inyong lingkod. At siyempre yung ating mga officers, no, and members, no, siyempre yung ating Kuya Vice, si Kuya Angelo Makaraig. At siyempre po bukod kay Kuya Angelo, nandiyan po sila Kuya Anthony Bautista, Ate Gina Mape, Kuya Teng Diaz, Kuya Marvin Delioso, Kuya Glyn Loquiao na nasa Canada pa, no? At gayon din si Kuya Russell Santos, sina Kuya Peter, sina Kuya RJ, yan. Sina Kuya Christian Gatasi, yan. At sino pa ba? Oo, marami pa eh. No, hindi ko na maisa-isa. Nalilito ako kung sino-sino. Ayun. At ngayon nga po ay Dalaw Barangay tayo, pero in spite na tayo magkuha ng mga barangay ay medyo switch tayo, no? At itutunghay natin sa inyo po ay yung, teka, magandang gabi pala muna sa ating mga kagunners ng One Gun Pilipinas. Ayan, at nakita ko na sa aking monitors ang ating National President, walang iba kundi si President Asher Maghinang. Ay, palakpakan mo rin, Mr. J. Hindi mo pinalakpakan yan, ikaw rin, patatarget kita dyan. Ha? Joke lang. Mabait siya si Kuya Asher. At ganyan din si Chester Baliega ng Silang Cavite. Ayan. Sabi niya, watching from Silang Cavite, Tito Rosel Lopez. Sabi, magandang gabi sa iyo. Ang mga taga Silang Cavite, magandang gabi, no? Lalo na doon sa mga taga PNPA. Ngayon ay nag-aaral ng pagkapulis, no? At balang araw, magiging mga pulis na. Huwag naman pulis patola, ha? Kailangan pulis na talaga namang gumaganap na inyong tungkulin. Okay, so yun mga kaibigan, at nga, tulad na sinabi natin sa inyo ngayon pong gabi, yung itutunghay natin sa inyo yung pong pagpapaliwanag ni Admin Coricsman ng One Gun Pilipinas. So OGP ang ating admin, siya ang utak ng One Gun Pilipinas, no? Si Admin Coricsman. Ang ipapaliwanag niya, ano ba yung trigger point? Ako, pagkakaintindi ko, ewan ko kung tama ako, Kuya Pres, Asher, trigger point ko, ano ba yung target mo talaga? Tama ba yun? Kung saan yung mga point o kaya yung point ng katawan kung saan mo tatargetin, yung mga fatal ba? Yun ba yun? Tama ba ako ron? Hindi ko kasi alam, siyempre, alam mo minsan lang tayo makahawak ng baril, pero ngayon nasa OGP na, malamang maging madalas na ang pagtatarget ko. Kasi dati, ang pagka ko tumatarget, sa pagitan lang na tumatama, no? Doon sa paper plate, no? Pero ngayon baka mapag-aralan ko na dahil sa inyo, sa pamamagitan nyo ni Admin Coricsman, baka magawa ko na yung habang nakamotor, tumatarget, ha? Diba Mr. J? Joke lang po yun, ha? Papatawa lang ako, siyempre, alam nyo, hindi naman, kanya-kanya hong widow yan kanya-kanyang talento, kanya-kanyang potensyal, no? Pero kailangan ng isang bagay, pagka gusto mo, kailangan pag-aralan mo. Ngayon, pag hindi mo siya pinag-aralan, wala na tayong magagawa sa iyo. No? So, kailangan pag-aaralan din yan. Okay, so mga kaibigan, tuloy-tuloy tayo sa ating programang Dalaw Barangay, alas 8:29 na po ng gabi, Philippine Standard Time. At yun nga, pinakamaganda, itunghay na ho natin, no? Yung pong gagawing pagpapaliwanag nitong si Admin Coricsman. Alam ko, meron siyang kabatel, no? Meron siyang kabating doon sa kanyang pagpapaliwanag tungkol sa ano ba ang trigger point, no? Ito po yung recorded earlier at siguro tingnan natin, no? Oo, tingnan natin kung ano ba, di ba? Kung paano ba ang kuan nito kung ano ba talaga ang kuan nito. Oo, kung paano. So, wag na natin patagalin po mga kaibigan at itunghay na natin sa inyo yung ginawang pagtalakay at pagpapaliwanag ni Admin Coricsman. Narito po.
So, we're back, mga kapatid. Balik tayo sa ating live, no? At ayan, nagkakaproblema talaga tayo. Sayang itong ating ngayon, no? Opportunity na makapag-discuss, no? With our counterpart, no? Kung ating bisita ngayong gabi. Naglolo ko yung ating smells, no? Yeah. O ayan, nag-reset ako. Try mo ulit, Madok. Oo, okay. Nag-try ako. So, try mo ulit. Oo. So, yan, no? At, pasensya na po. Nagluloko-loko talaga tayo ang ating internet. Siguro dahil sa ating umuulan ngayon, ano? Hindi na natin maintindihan bakit hindi tayo makapag... patch in ng maayos dito sa ating guest, no? Nawawala raw yung ating volume. Paki-comment po kung maliwanag po yung volume natin, mga kapatid. Paki-comment po. Salamat po, mga kapatid. So, Sir Emerson San Juan, good evening po, no? Paki-comment na lang po kung okay yung aking audio, no? Kung maliwanag po yung boses natin, kung naririnig niyo po ako ng maayos, no? Sir, ma'am, median mga has, good evening po. Hindi ko maintindihan, mabasa yung inyong pangalan, ma'am, no? Yun. So, send po ng link. So, magsisend daw ng link, sabi ni Doc. Cyril de la Cruz, good evening po. Thank you for watching. Si Sir Jomar Presentacion, magandang gabi po sa inyo, no? Ayan, nakakabalik na yung mga kapatid natin. Pasensya na po kayo, no? Talagang medyo nagkakaroon tayo ng technical error po. Ito po sa signal ba yan? With Doc Vladimir Senevich, no? Ating guest, no? Ayan na po, nag-a-add na. Sana po makapenetrate sila sa atin. Papasok po sila. Yun, okay daw yung audio, sabi ni Sir Cyril. So, yun. Hintayin po natin yung pagpasok ng ating bisita, kapatid. Anthony Wanillo, good evening po. Sir Jun Francisco, ayan, nakabalik na si Sir Jun, no? Sa ating live. And I hope this time, no, makapasok na ang ating guest, no? Thank you po, ma'am. Thank you po. Ayan si Doc Melz, no? Pa-request na lang ulit-ulit sa ating live, Doc Melz, no? Ay, actually, nag-a-accept ako ngayon. Yan, approve. Isang request pa, Doc. Isa pang request, Doc. Isang request pa, Doc Melz. Baka okay na. No? Isa pang request po. Pa-push po yung request button ng Doc Melz. Good evening po, Sir Marcelino Moreno. Ito po yung sa service natin, no? Sa Wanga Pilipinas Nueva Ecija, from Philippine Army Reserve Command po, Sir Marcelino Moreno. Sir Moreno, sir, maraming salamat po sa pag-assist sa ating mga members sa Nueva Ecija sa reservist po. At kay Ma'am Messina, Sergeant Messina, salamat din po from Nueva Ecija. So that's from Camp Inyo ata itong ano nila, yung kanilang kampon. Doc Mels, pa-accept na lang, pa-request na lang po ulit o pindot po ulit yung request button, no, para makapasok po kayo dito sa live, no. Okay, pindot na lang, Doc Mels, no. Yan, nakakabalik na ulit yung mga kapatid natin sa live. Pasensya na po mga kapatid ha, pasensya na po talaga. Supposedly po kasi ay magkikita kami ni Doc Vladimir. Wala na pong oras at gabi na po ko nakauwi mga kapatid galing sa ating duty. No? So kaya wala po tayong choice kundi dito po sa live gawin itong ating interview with Dr. Vladimir Senevich. No? Kaya na, makakapasok na siya siguro. Opo. Sir Emerson San Juan, good evening po sa inyo. From City Luna, magandang gabi po. Parang OGP Tondo. Magandang gabi sa inyo. No? Alright. That's it, Doc.
You can. Hello.
Can you hear me, sir? Can you hear me?
Yes, absolutely. Good evening.
Ay, patay, walang volume. I cannot hear you, sir.
Oh. See? Oh, you can't. Hello?
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
You don't have
Can you hear
audio,
me?
sir.
Audio, no?
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes.
But I cannot hear you. Cannot hear you.
See, either he can't hear me or I can't hear him.
What happened?
1 second, 1 second, 1 moment. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You got it.
Keep talking.
He can't hear me.
So I need to get the microphone there.
I cannot hear you, sir.
Okay. She's getting microphone.
I think you
right
need a volume right there.
Yes.
A mic, something like that. No?
Okay, I do apologize.
Yun. Mga kapatid, ayan, kasama natin si Doc Vladimir. Medyo nakatabingi yung ulo niya, no? Oo. At, ayan. That's it, Doc. That's it, Doc. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Is it better? Can you hear?
But the problem is I cannot hear you, actually.
Okay,
Sir.
okay, I see. Okay.
I think you need a mic or
Mic, yeah. She's getting a mic right now. Okay.
So yun, this is Dr. Vladimir Senevich from US of A, but originally is a Russian American. Am I correct, sir?
That's correct. Yes.
Yeah.
That's good.
And he has a lot of speaking engagement regarding psychology, you know. So he's a lecturer. It's a perfect topic for him, you know. As part of our Project Genesis, ladies and gentlemen, it is our, one of our special topic. We're talking about psychology, emotional, aspect of human beings. And sometimes we talk about spiritual intervention of human beings. Very important, Dr. Vladimir. Do you agree with me? Okay.
Absolutely. 100%. That's right.
You agree, but you don't have volume, sir. Yeah. Yes.
Technology.
It's unfair. You managed to hear me, but I cannot hear you.
Before I can't hear you.
Yeah. I hope Doc Mels can get something.
She's doing it. She's doing it.
Have
Right
a
now.
microphone
She's doing
at
it right
least.
now. One moment.
I can hear you.
One moment. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, mga kapatid, nagpapasalamat tayo. We're very much thankful to Dr. Vladimir Senevich because he was able to join us, no? We don't have money to pay him, but he's very willing to help us, no? Yeah.
No,
It's pure volunteerism from Dr. Vladimir Senevich, no? And one of our member, Doc Mels, is his fiancé. And of course, although he's a foreigner, no? We don't discriminate people. Even you're an American, or you're a Russian, or even you're Chinese, you're welcome to join. For as long as you are, you're part of the cause.
Thank you.
Of this,
Thank you.
Of our group.
Pleasure.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And we need a lot of experts to help our members, to guide our members, and to give them more knowledge, especially when we talk about psychology. It's very important. Mental health is one of the important things to consider being a human being, as a human being, to be exact.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
Anyway, I think we will give time to Sir Vladimir Senevich to
Please,
introduce
please,
himself,
please.
but he doesn't have the microphone yet.
Getting it ready. Getting it ready. I'm sorry. I do apologize.
And I think we met Dr. Vladimir Senevich last Monday. That's birthday of, we are celebrating the birthday of Sir Marco Alday. Somewhere here in Quezon City, and then Doc Mels bring him to our, to the occasion, and we luckily meet him personally and exchange stories.
Thank you. Thank you. Same
This
here.
wonderful
Same
guy, when we share the advocacy of One Gun Philippines, and he said he loves it.
Love it.
He wants to
Love
become part of this.
100%. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. They can't feel me.
And I think the microphone is coming.
It's coming. It's one moment.
Yeah.
It's okay, she can speak in there.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your patience. Thank you for your patience.
Sayang mga kapatid, hindi natin narinig, pero sana yung microphone ay marinig na natin si Sir Dr.
He can't
Vladimir
hear me.
Senevich.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's why he needs a microphone, because he can't hear me. One moment. One moment. One moment. Okay. So we need special microphone here. One second, guys. I'm so sorry. So
So yun, no?
where?
At sana maging
That's why charger's useless.
ano natin, no? Mapakinabangan natin tong live na ito, mga kapatid, kasi medyo talagang may problema sa audio ata talaga. And ayun.
Like this?
Yes, that's it.
Hold on. 1 second.
Sensya na po mga kapatid, at talagang...
Can you guys hear me? Can everybody hear me? Can you hear? Can you hear? No.
Hello, sir?
1 second, can you hear me? Oh my God, this is so hard.
Wala pa rin talaga.
Hello?
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir. Wala na yata talagang volume. Hello, sir. You hear me, sir?
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Good evening, sir.
Wonderful.
Good evening.
Thank you so much. Good evening, guys. I'm so sorry. I do apologize for the inconvenience, for the technical difficulties we've been having. It's broadcast, so it's been definitely a little bit of a challenge. But thank you so much for being patient. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for a wonderful introduction, sir.
Of course, you can personally introduce yourself. I think you can fix the camera, sir. They cannot see your face, actually.
Oh, they can't see my face?
Yeah, like that.
Like that?
Like that. Yeah, like that. That's
good? Okay, perfect.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, let me just readjust. 1 moment. Okay. So, as as you introduced myself already, I've had multiple years in psychology and psychiatry experience. Now with human behavior, whatnot, you have different types of situations where you actually see, and whether it's a diagnosis of a person or whether you have to connect with a person, whatever it may be, you have to have certain type of knowledge, a certain type of behavior knowledge to assess that. So with that said, it's very important to acknowledge that different people come from different backgrounds and so forth. So not everybody is the same. That's why what makes it so wonderful. We have different backgrounds and everything. We come from different, so to say, not only social backgrounds, but also different abilities to understand people and different abilities to connect with people. So, what my expertise was able to connect with folks quickly and get on their level in order to achieve the best results possible. You know, I did run psychiatric medical practice for 5 years. So I do have multiple experiences with that. I did treat chronic depression for 5 years as well, with 98% success rate as well. So it was nothing but an amazing journey for me, and also I had an amazing career in sales for over 20 years. So that's been definitely phenomenal. Met over 10,000 people. I was able to help them with as much as I can. So thank you so much, and I'm glad to be a part of this organization. It's such a pleasure.
Yeah. As we go along, sir,
Yes, sir.
most of the time, what we always talk about here in our program is a gun owner, no? A person who legally owns and carry firearm. So it's we are going to make the story confided with this kind of situation when a person, a legitimate gun owner, should what type of mentality or mindset he should have as a gun owner, as a legitimate gun owner. So of course, as we all know, there are a person who is possessing firearm without authority or without license, right? But what we are talking right here, Sir Vlad, is those person like me and the other our audience here who is watching right now, who is carrying firearm with authority or with a license to own the same or to carry the same, no? But the fact is, what we are going to talk about right now tonight is about what you have mentioned earlier about trigger point, no?
That's correct.
The trigger, but I will not. No, you will not go further because I am not a psychologist. But I will give the audience the background of what is trigger point. Actually, it's like it's, if we are going to describe, it's like a fire starter, right, sir? No?
That's correct. That's correct. It's like a fire. It's like a match and a fire. Absolutely. It explodes before you even think about it.
So it doesn't matter if you're a professional or you're a simple guy or
everybody's prone to it. Everybody's prone to it. Nobody's safe from it. Absolutely.
Yeah. So that is what we are calling the trigger point, no? Ladies and gentlemen, mga kapatid sa One Gun Pilipinas, ito po yung parang spark, no? It's like a spark, and it could ignite anytime, mga kapatid. Ito yung trigger point.
That's it. Absolutely.
Now, you know what? In the Philippines, Sir Dr. Vlad.
Yes, sir.
Before you could own a firearm here in our country, the law said you have to, undergo drug examination. You have to undergo psychiatric examination, series of examination, for you to determine whether you are fit for ownership or not. No, but there are times that there are people here in our country, in the Philippines, is questioning why is there a need of this before a person can own firearm? There's a lot of question, Sir Vlad, no?
Of course.
I myself before, because you know what, before there is no psychological examination when you get a license to own and possess. You just need an FBI clearance. No? It's like you have in the US the FBI clearance that you do not have case, right? But now when the law was amended in 2013 and 2014, it was implemented. You need to undergo psychiatric examination and drug test examination, sir.
Of course.
But at some point, sir, I realized lately that it is necessary. But in your opinion, Sir Vlad, even though you already undergo drug test in your examination, there is still a possibility that trigger point might took place in a person, even though you're a professional.
Absolutely.
Anyway, yeah.
Go ahead.
To go further, we will going to hear what is trigger point from Sir Dr. Vladimir Sebelic. Good evening, sir. You can start right now, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak. So, besides going the necessary steps, as far as obtaining a firearm, as you mentioned, sir, you go into a background check, drug testing, whatever it is, psychiatric evaluation. Now, unfortunately, as much as we want to believe those tests are true, not only they can be altered, they can be also faked a lot of times. So that's the truth. That I'm giving you the raw truth behind everything. So besides that, let's say you're being honest and true about it, and we accept you, and yes, you're a good person.
Sir,
Now,
can I cut you for a little while? There's a question hanging on my head now, right now.
Sure.
When I was an applicant in the PNP and the BGMP in the service, there was a word that I heard that is they call it neuro shopping. Neuro shopping. Are you mentioning the faking of the examination, faking the outcome? It's like that. It's like
it could be referred to as that. That's correct. That is correct, sir.
They call it neuro shopping.
Just like a person can pass a lie detector test when they train for it. Absolutely. That's what I'm trying to say. So there is no set rules for it. This is the problem, okay? The problem is in the current medical industry, there is no set rules for it. There is no right or wrong. Somebody will set them forth, but it does not make 100% safe. So meaning that does not matter as much as we want to believe, and as much as we will provide the precautionary measures, which are great, trust me, I'd rather have those than not. However, that is not a sole reliance upon that, approval. So also, what I would wanna say is ultimately adding the necessary steps in a personal behavior, in a personal life, in a personal training of themselves, in order to make sure that they always excel and evaluate their own selves. You know what I'm saying? Because that really comes down to ourselves within us. So you wake up in the morning. Let me give you an example. You wake up in the morning. You have your coffee. You have whatever. If you smoke, you have a cigarette. Whatever else. You get on the day. You're feeling great. And then whether you're maybe stuck in traffic, or maybe something else. Maybe your coworker calls you, which you've been really ticked off about, or maybe you weren't feeling easy about it. Maybe your boss calls you suddenly. Maybe you have a phone call from your teacher in your kid's school, and that sets you off. Then another thing happens to you. Then somebody cuts you off. And 20 things like that. And you're building a picture in your mind that your day just comes crashing down. At that point, this is time to take a step back from yourself and look at yourself as a third person. So that is a really important key point, to take a step back and look at your own actions, at your own thoughts right that second, as if you're not yourself, as if you're observing yourself from a distance. Let me explain why it's important. Because at that exact moment, you will be able to reevaluate your own actions and your own self. Am I fit to carry a firearm right now? Am I gonna be the best to actually loading it up and actually even either protecting myself or protecting other citizens? Am I gonna make the right split-second decision in my life that can alter other people's lives and my own self? So that's ultimately that key in order catching yourself, and it's very hard to do. I can talk about it forever, but it's a lot easier said than done. It is a difficult process. It is a learning curve. It is definitely not easy, but it's doable, and it is necessary to perfect the whole thing. Because, like you said, preliminary measures as they were placed, yes, they're great. The drug testing, everything else, but it's still not enough. It's just to get us going, so to say. But the true test comes when we're able to take a step back and let our emotions cool. So meaning, resort ourselves in our mind. Is it really what it's gonna take? Is it really gonna upset me that much that I'm willing to not make sense from my split decision making in order to either protect somebody's life or to protect my own or to do anything else with it. So that's what I would say is really key, to start practicing acknowledging yourself from a distance. Most of the time, and that goes with domestic, that goes with everything else. We make our worst decisions in our life, whether it's impaired, whether it's not impaired, it doesn't make a difference. Yeah, when of course when there's alcohol or other, even psychiatric drugs. Let me tell you that. For example, if you're taking prescription meds, as simple as antidepressants or something like that, it's harmless, right? It's wonderful. Oh, it makes me feel great. No, it's not. Okay? No, it's not. The real truth behind it is the SSRIs and SNRIs are just as bad as mood-altering drugs, the illegal drugs that are sold in the street. They won't tell you that, but it's a necessary thing for some folks. I understand that. But with that comes extra responsibility. So we as adults, we take that responsibility on upon ourselves every time, whether we put on a uniform, whether we go outside, we're operating a vehicle, in a traffic, whether we own a dog or because a dog can be dangerous too. A dog can be like a loaded gun.
Yeah.
You train that dog the wrong way, and it feels it the wrong way, and you can tell that dog to go kill somebody, it will do it. Because out of anger, you understand? So that split-second decision is still there every single time we walk out. So it's a key point in order for us to reassess ourselves at all times. So correct me if I'm wrong.
It means it is what you have said is step back, right?
Yes.
Reassess and reevaluate yourself.
Always, and do it before that peak point hits. Do it before the peak point, because when the peak point hits, there's nothing you can do. You have to do it beforehand, and train yourself to acknowledge, okay, I'm hitting up, or I'm not in the right sense right now. I know I'm not. I should not proceed. Let me do a split second. It could be 2 seconds. It could be literally 2 seconds, taking it, closing your eyes, parking. If you're driving, pull over, think to your head, okay, is this right? Is this how it should feel? Because your heart will always tell you something's off. Listening to yourself. Go ahead.
As what they always said, when emotion is high, intelligence is low. Is that correct, sir?
That is correct. So
last time you mentioned, I remember when we are in the restaurant, last time that all of us have this animal instinct that sometimes we explode, right?
Yes.
Explode.
Yes.
Can you talk about that animal instinct, why we behave like that? What is the origin of this? Yeah.
Of course. So it's a flight or fight instinct that kicks on. Okay. So it's a very simple thing. Okay. It's already been programmed in our minds, where it's in our DNA for thousands of years as humanity has been. It's a normal thing. You can't get away from it. Neither do you want to. But what you want to do is control it. Okay.
Is this can we connect the principle of fight and flight with this topic, sir?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm getting to it. Absolutely. I'm getting to it.
Yeah.
This is the interesting part. So this is what separates us from the animals. Okay. We're able to obtain a logical explanation and a solution to an issue before it gets to the fight or flight. So
Again, sir, that is logical and rational, right?
Yes.
Am I correct, sir? Am I correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah.
So being able to step back will give you that second or two to get back in our human state of mind, not to be
rational and logical, right?
That's correct. So that will give you that chance, because it's hard to get out of that fight or flight. When adrenaline keeps pumping and you're thinking, oh man, well, this is what I gotta do. It shouldn't be in your head, but this is the idea. Okay, bye-bye. No. Step back. Before that, is this the right way? Could there be another solution? Because there's always a solution to a problem. There's never a one answer. There's always a 2 or 3 answers to the issue. Okay? Something we may not see. I'm speaking from my own personal experience, because everything I'm telling you guys is from my own personal experience. I've done a lot of self-analysis in my years. I've done a lot of analysis of other people. And this is exactly what happens. I'm telling you for real. This is real life. These are real lives of people that we deal with, you know, and within a split second, we can hurt somebody, or we can hurt ourselves, God forbid, you know. And this is so important to understand that we're here to prop each other up and support each other, and not to bring anybody, you know, to a place that we don't want to be ourselves, you know. God forbid.
Especially in prison, right? In prison, right?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Okay, man.
Yeah.
In prison, it hits up because I mean, they're you know in confinement, you know.
I think
Everything-
you have done you I think Sir Vlad, you make a lot of psychological consultation in different jails, right? And prison, right?
Absolutely, sir. Yes. I've been a counselor. I've done multiple counseling sessions with my clients over thousands and thousands of hours. You know, and then a lot of times my friends just call me as well. Vlad, what are we gonna do? What can we do about this? And I said, well, let's think about it logically. Let's rationalize this. Let's break this down. And then a lot of times it helps people. It helps folks see the different side. But then at the end of the day, they'll say, wow, I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think, because in that moment, as you escalate to that peak point, you're not even focused on those things because your mind is blinded by what you're looking at. That's what I'm saying is that when you take a step back, you're like, wow, that's really what it is. And you're like, oh, I didn't even think about it. And that's where the key lies. The key lies right there, is to be able to sort all that out and see the actual best result for you and for the folks that are involved, So that's, of course, like I said, it is easier said than done. I can talk about it for hours. It is not simple, okay? It takes time. It takes self-analysis. It takes self-discipline. It takes self-practice. But when we wake up in the morning, we observe our situation, whatever it may be. Well, the water is off. They shut the water off. They're doing it. You got to take a shower. You got to be at work. You're like, damn it. What am I going to do? We go, what is it going to take for me to get out of work? And you start getting frustrated, blah, blah, blah. Here, everywhere. No, that's not the end of the world. For some people, it may be triggering. For another person, it may be traffic. For a third person, it may be the flat tire on the road. Life is made out of those circumstances. We have to understand that life is designed that way. Nobody's ever said that in life you're going to be born and you're going to have no issues. In fact, in the Bible, it clearly says you're going to have turbulences. You will have them. Not that you're not going to. You will. It's just that how you can manage them and how you can deal with them and how you can find that best solution at that moment. That's really what it comes down to. It's not about avoiding them. It's not about not having them, because everybody has them. It's about being able to obtain the best possible solution with care and love, of course, in mind for yourself and for others, of course.
So mga kapatid, what Sir Vlad is explaining, mga kapatid, ang pinapaliwanag ni Sir Vlad ay pag ganito na raw po yung sitwasyon, umatras tayo sa panandalian. Pause for a while, parang minto tayo sandali, mag-isip tayo ng tama, no? I'm trying to explain in Tagalog, Sir Vlad, because some of our members here
of course. Sir, by all means, yes.
Yeah. So mga kapatid, ang ibig sabihin lang ni Doc Vlad ay pag halimbawa ito na tayo sa sitwasyon na mainit ng ulo natin, sasabog na tayo. For a while po, mag-pause tayo, step back daw, magbigay tayo ng sa panandaliang katahimikan. Parang ganun, para makapag-isip tayo ng tama, yung re-evaluate and reassess yourself. Tingnan nyo, pag ginawa ko pa ito, kasi po, pag tayo po ay hindi nag-step back, nag-decide tayo kaagad, sigurado kapahamakan yun. Lagi namin sinasabi, when intelligence is, when emotion is high, intelligence is low. Kapag tayo po ay pabigla-bigla, sigurado pong mali yung decision natin, mga kapatid. It's about decision, Sir Doc Vlad, right? Making the right and wrong decision.
And it usually comes in a very split second.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If you decide in a split second, of course you cannot expect good result, of course. But if you step back and you think wisely, you use your logical and rational thinking, I think you will not be in trouble. Sir,
that's correct.
Sir Vlad, continue about the trigger point topic, sir.
Sure, absolutely. Absolutely. So what I found, in my expertise, I've seen multiple personalities, okay, and they all have I've encountered them differently. So let's say, for example, when I work with my psychiatric patients, I've seen them going from rage to quietness to despair to multiple emotions going on. And usually what they say in those state of mind is nothing what they will say 5 or 10 minutes after sitting down and taking that step back. That trigger point is so important to acknowledge. It's not that it's not gonna happen. It will. And if you think that it won't, you're wrong. It will. It happens to all of us. That's what makes us human. We're not perfect. Nobody is perfect here. Jesus Christ is perfect. Yes, he is. But that's God's son, for so to say. Okay?
Yeah.
That's why he's perfect. But even he, when he was in our world, even him, he said, Father,
He got mad in the
take this
temple when.
cup away from me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Do I need to do this? It was difficult for him even. So what do you expect from us? So
And Doc Vlad, and there is an instance Jesus Christ get mad when there is money changer in the temple, right? Somebody selling outside the temple. There's an instant that Jesus Christ become mad, no? Even though he's not really a human being. Yeah. But even though he's he's a son of God, but he's a son of God. But sometimes
in our human form, he
he got mad, right?
Of course.
Yeah, he
Yes.
got mad.
Upset, maybe not mad like us, but yes, he felt emotions, of course.
Yeah. And another thing that Jesus Christ has emotion when Lazarus died, right?
Of course, that was his closest. It was his closest. So, so it's normal. It's normal to grieve. It's normal to feel pain. It's normal to feel pity. It's normal to feel anger. All those emotions are there. It's what makes us human. It's part of this world.
But
what we can do with it, we can do with it. It's not what we'll feel. We will all feel it. Unfortunately, we'll grow from it, or we may not grow from it. By that split making decision, we may regret it for the rest of our lives. So in order for us to keep growing and learning, we do need to take a step back, and in order for us, so to say, to progress and to grow within ourselves.
And all of that emotion should be managed by us.
Of course, only us, not your doctor, not nobody. Nobody will do it because they're not going to put you on the phone 24/7.
It's by yourself, right?
Yes, correct.
So what I learned tonight, Sir Vlad, is reassess, step back, reassess, and reevaluate yourself before making any decision. Yeah.
Yes. So, absolutely. Start with the small ones first. Start with small ones. You will get into habit, and then when the really big decision comes quick, you'll have it automatically already in your mind, in the subconscious. You're gonna look at it and be like, "Hold on, I know this. I've seen this. I know what to do with it."
Sir Jack, excuse me, Sir Vlad, excuse me. Can you you're mentioning of subconscious. I think you have to explain a little bit what is subconscious, and I will explain it in Tagalog. Can you please, sir? What is subconscious, sir?
Subconscious, meaning we have repetitive behavior in our life. Okay, whether it's so let me bring an example. So I smoke cigarettes, for example, unfortunately, and I've been condemned for it, and I am trying to do better. But subconsciously, every time that I have a coffee, I am triggering myself to have a cigarette. Okay, so that's what I do. Okay, that's the simplified behavior. Okay, whatever it is. Let's say when I have a smoothie, I want extra ice cream in it, or if I clean my car on the outside, I want to clean it on the inside too. That's my subconscious, what I'm used to. So these are basic terms. So subconsciously, this is what happens. and you don't feel right if it doesn't happen. Meaning like, oh, I cleaned it outside, but I didn't clean inside. I got my coffee, but no cigarette. Something's missing, you know, and you that's fun. Excuse me. Excuse me.
So mga kapatid, ang
Right.
ibig sabihin po ni Dr. Vlad, ito po yung mga ginagawa natin ng paulit-ulit na hindi natin alam na ginagawa na pala natin, no? Na nakasanayan na it's something that we used to do, right? Subconsciously, right? That we are not really, sometimes we are not really aware. Hindi natin alam na parang nakasanayan na pala natin gawin. Mga kapatid, yun po yung subconscious, no? And Sir Brad, you can continue. I just want to explain to our audience what is subconscious.
Of course.
Yeah,
Not a problem.
you can continue, sir. You can continue about what you're discussing.
Of course. So we left off on multiple behaviors and whatnot, you know, and on how folks, you know, go about their day, and how little things can trigger one thing or another. So I'm going to give you, you know, a very simple, you know, example in my life. What happens, you know, everything. I try to bring live examples to folks because this is what hits home the hardest, you know. So when I was running one of the dealerships that I was at, you know, I was sales manager there. I got hired, you know, and it was a different state, different area. I didn't know any people there. And I came in, you know, of course I was polite and nice and, you know, and everybody, you know, I met everybody and so forth. But there was few people that, you know, there more than few that maybe didn't feel the same way about me as I felt about them. And they wanted to, you know, they wanted to challenge me in some sort of way, which I said, that's fine. You know, and, you know, I was managing a team of salespeople and they were doing really well. And some of the, you know, old timers, so to say, the people that were there before, they got mad at me. I had a big guy, about 6'7" inches, so maybe like about over 2 meters long. You know, over 150 kilograms in mass. Come up to me and say, Vladimir, you want to take this outside? I said, sure, absolutely. I've been dreaming about it all my life. Come on over. He goes up to me. He was like, let's go. I said, okay, let's go. So we walk out. He's like, what, we're not going to fight? I said, why am I going to fight? I said, well, you want to talk about something? Let's talk. I'm not going to fight you. Although he expected me to fight him. He wanted to already go at it. And I'm like, listen, man, fight, you can always fight. That's the easiest thing. And you know what's going to happen afterwards? You may not wake up tomorrow. I may not wake up. How do you know how I fight? Do you really want to know? Do you want to find out? He's like, no, exactly. I said, I'm here to work with you. I'm here to make you better. I'm here to make you money. I'm not here to fight with you. He's like, yeah, you're right, Vlad. I'm sorry even for thinking that. So a lot of times what we will do is make assumptions in our lives. Also, that's another reason why you may want to just take a little step back and see, reassess the situation, reevaluate yourself. So this is exactly what you were saying, Mr. Sir. You know, when you were saying that the trigger point clouds the judgment. And there's something that may be amazing for us. By the way, that guy became one of my very good friends. He calls me all the time. Of course.
Actually, sir, Vlad, when we are starting this program here in One Gun Pilipinas, I created a formula. I know if you, I think you can change it or you can add something from to it. But what I made is that I made a formula like it is very, you know, it's more I think similar with your technique. No, it's sure. Like assess and evaluate plus de-escalation and verbal containment equals zero engagement. That's the formula I created.
Amazing. I love it.
Assess and evaluate plus verbal containment / de-escalation equals zero engagement. I think that's what happened to you with your friend, right?
Absolutely. That's exactly what you described. And you know what? He felt so horrible about it after. He's like, Vlad, I'm so sorry. He's like, I'm so sorry I acted that way. He's like, I apologize. I know. He's like, now I know how you are. He's like, I underestimated you. And I thought about something completely different. And he's like, I'm so glad that we are friends right now. Excuse me. But
violence is not always the, the solution,
Almost
gentlemen,
never,
ladies and
unless
gentlemen.
you're
Yeah.
forced to do it. Unless you're forced to. There are some instances where you cannot get away. When it's your own life in danger, when you're being threatened, or somebody else is being threatened, like a woman or a child is being threatened. Yes, that is the solution. Sometimes there's no other way out. Yes, you have to do what you have to do. But even at that sense point, you still have to keep your, so to say, your head on your shoulders and your cool and your keen judgment, because this is when it really counts, because you can lesser the damage or accelerate the damage. So this is the whole thing. If you have a chance to lesser the damage, I would rather lesser the damage and then figure out things later than completely annihilate something, the whole situation goes out of control, including yourself, and then try to piece it back together, if it makes any sense.
Yeah. So if we're going to wrap up and talk, we're going to make these things more clearer and understandable. We're talking of trigger point. So trigger point, mga kasama, ito talaga yung ito yung punto na kung saan ay hindi na mapipigilan. Sabi nga, this is a trigger point is sometimes it is a situation you cannot that you cannot really control or unavoidable. But Sir Blood said there's a solution. You have to step back, reassess and reevaluate yourself. So you can use your wise judgment, that is rational thinking and logical thinking.
Okay.
So you will choose between the two. You fight or flight.
That's right.
Fight or flight. Which
That's
is which? But you know what, Sir Vlad, we've been about more or less 3 years doing this, this program. As we always said, that there is always a way to avoid engagement. So we can do that through good communication, no? And
Yes.
sometimes we need to set aside our pride and ego.
Of course,
So,
of course.
yeah.
That's the number one thing. You can here. There are certain things in life that you can never take back,
Yeah.
and there's and sometimes humbling yourself at a moment will cause so many better results versus boasting your ego and thinking, well, I'm in charge, I'm with the gun, I can pop him right now. No, that doesn't work like that. Or
Yeah.
let's say I'm a martial art artist, okay? Let's say, for example, and I'm better than somebody, and he's a weaker person, whatever it is, and they're wrong. They may be wrong. It's not that, and a lot of times they are, but it's us humbling ourselves that brings them to light. That
So, like,
they're able to reflect,
yeah.
and they're like, whoa.
Remember, hey, Sir Vlad, remember the story last Monday about when I got involved in Taekwondo, right?
Yeah.
Because yeah, that is why I joined Taekwondo, because I want to always see my crush during the high school.
I know, that was amazing. I loved it, by the way.
Yeah, and I think I'm really good. And when I was hit by a turning back kick, and I fall in the ground and see a lot of stars in the wall, right, in the
Sir,
ceiling.
it was worth it. Listen, that was the
Actually, I was very young then. I understand that you should not, overconfidence will kill you.
Of course.
Overconfidence will bring you to trouble.
But as we
Gentlemen,
talked
ladies
about
and gentlemen.
before, when we're young, when we got the adrenaline rushing, we got testosterone through the roof, we think we know it all. It's hard to get to the...
It's like we are immortal. We feel like we are immortal, sir. That
The
we don't die.
immortals don't even feel like we do.
Yeah. But as we age, we understand that life is not like that.
Of course.
We have to build better relationship with other human beings.
Of course. We're here on this planet for way bigger purpose than conflict or whatnot. It's about building up each other and showing each other who we are. Who we are in the sense of support, in the sense of appreciation, in the sense of love. That's what really puts this world together better, instead of destruction, That's easy. Destroying something is really easy. Building something is tough. So, including ourselves.
Sir Vlad, I will share a little bit story about last Monday, right, when you arrived. Alam niyo mga kapatid, ladies and gentlemen, our audience tonight watching, when I met Dr. Vlad Senevich last Monday, we do not really expect to, we have a good chemistry. And we don't even know that he is a lecturer of psychology. And later on, when he comes, is always thanking us, thank you for welcoming me here. It's like a good, really family. And Dr. Vlad asked me if one of our members, yung mga kasama po natin, ay matagal na bang kakilala sa social media lang. And Dr. Vlad told me that, you're bringing good people together. And doon ko na lang nalaman na psychology ay, Dr. Vlad is a psychologist. No? And we have a lot of fun with Dr. Vlad that night.
Amazing. Amazing.
So, doon ko nakita na sabi ni Dr. Vlad, mga kapatid, na naipagsama-sama daw natin yung mga mabubuting tao sa isang lugar. What you have mentioned, I'm bringing good people together, sir.
Absolutely. I had so much fun. The atmosphere, everything, And you mentioned at some point, we're not even eating. I said, I'm not here for the food. I'm here for the people.
Yeah.
We had such a great time. Like everybody was on the same wave. We had so much amazing conversations. Me and you would talk, I think, for 3 hours. I stayed for longer. We had an emergency at the house, so I do apologize again for leaving and cutting our meeting short.
Yeah, it's okay.
Such an amazing time.
And don't worry, Doc. We will have activities. We will meet our members.
Anytime I'm in, I will make time. I am there for sure. Just let me know, please.
Yeah. And going back to the topic, mga kapatid, yun na nga, nung Monday, sabi ni Doc Vlad, sabi niya, nagtaka siya, is wondering why he thought that we really been together for a long period of time. And I told him that we just met these people in social media and when we created One Gun Pilipinas. And that was fun, Doc Vlad. That's amazing.
I'm of the same feeling. I am so appreciative. Everybody that was there, of course you who put everything together, with the whole administration and everything. The organization is wonderful. I think you guys have a phenomenal idea. I think I'm very inspired by it. So definitely such an admirer.
Alam niyo po mga kapatid, nung nakakausap ko si Dr. Vlad nung Monday, nung sinare ko po yung ating ginagawa sa One Gun Pilipinas, na-impress po siya. No? And sabi niya, he want to become part of it. Kaya alam niyo po, we are blessed kasi people like, person like Dr. Vlad came to our group and willing to help us. Like, talking about this topic, this is very important. You know what, Sir Vlad, sometimes we invite Dr. Doc Miso. Sometimes we invite a pastor, which is live. We talk, because our project Genesis, as I explained last Monday, it talks about spiritual, emotional, and psychological aspect of a human being, especially of the gun owner, of course, itself. And Doc Vlad, I think we need to conclude what is trigger point and what can we do about it, and what would be the best formula or solution so we could avoid exploding in the street, in our workplace, inside our house when we're dealing with our kids and our wife and everything that that talks about human interaction. Sometimes we get mad because of our in the workplace there's a toxic co-worker, in the school, right? And in general, before we end this live, sir, what can you advise to us, to our members who's watching right now?
Guys,
sir?
Honestly, folks, we're all people. There's nobody perfect, like I said again. And we start with small things. We start with small things in life. We start practicing on our own selves. For example, like I said earlier, when something doesn't go our way or something is off, practice on that. Ask yourself inside, why do you feel that way? How would you feel if something different? Would you feel if this went this direction, that direction, a third direction? How do you know there may not be a fourth? Maybe this is a blessing, not a curse. So try to take a look at it with a grain of salt, so to say. There's Because meaning with a grain of salt, meaning not everything is what it seems. Not everything is so dramatic as it seems right that moment. And we'll start with smaller things. For example, long wait line in the store. The lady up ahead of you cut you off, or something like that, or somebody swore at you. Level with yourself on those things. And when you practice on those things, it will become a subliminal habit. When we get it in our conscience to do that self-evaluation quickly, it will help us build up for that triggering moment when it really counts, when our decisions really matter, life and death, guys. That's what I would say.
So, I think, Sir Vlad, what else? I think, in my case, you know what, there's this, sometimes, Doc Vlad, when I was young, or early years of my service in the government, in my workplace, sometimes when I get mad with my coworker, or I'm working in the jail, right?
Sure.
What I did is sometimes I file vacation leave, so I will not be able to meet these people when I get mad at, and most of the time I always mentioning to our members here, when I'm not really in good, when I'm not feeling well, I'm not having a good mood. When I go out, I do not bring my firearm. I don't bring my firearm. I do not bring my firearm, especially when I go out. Not unless when I am going to work, of course, I need to bring my gun. But what I did, I filed vacation leave, sir. I filed vacation leave, rest for a while, or go to somewhere, some places. So sometimes to unwind,
Of course.
Way back 2016, Sir Vlad, I happened to join a seminar. The title is Work-Life Balance.
Yes.
From there, I learned a lot. Also, it talks about how you're going to manage your stressors. We call it stressors, right?
Sure.
Those toxicities that is happening around us in our everyday life. We call it stressors, no?
Yes.
Am I using the correct term, sir?
That is correct,
stressor?
sir. That is correct.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
So if you will be able to manage your stressors, I think you will not end up in a very wrong decision, ladies and gentlemen.
Of course. Little by little. Starts with small things, and we build ourselves up as we can handle more and more and more and more. But you have to start somewhere, because when like I said, I rather be prepared than not. So that's their preparation. So like you're familiar with training and everything else. This is the same thing. Just like the physical training, just like the shooting training, like the gun ownership training, this is the same thing. It's psychological training. That's all it is.
Like what we are doing right here, right, Doc? This is psychological training, right? We are,
That's right.
we are giving you that. You are giving our audience the idea on how to, manage your, your emotion, to balance your, your rational and logical thinking, gentlemen. It's not, you know what, sir, that in One Gun Pilipinas, we have this so-called training and education. It's not, we're not just talking about shooting skills. We're, we're trying to prepare the minds of the member in putting him into a proper perspective and mindset, so that he will not be in trouble sooner or later because he's a gun owner.
Absolutely.
It's like we're trying to, influence them positively. And make
we're
them
preventing from inevitable to happen, from a tragedy to happen, from unnecessary hurt. So this is so important, that what you're doing right now. I'm so excited to be here. I'm so grateful and humbled by you inviting me here. Thank you so very much. I really appreciate it. It's such a pleasure to be able to share my knowledge with you guys.
Yeah. So, gentlemen, ayun po, naintindihan na natin na yung trigger point ay ayan po talaga ang pag hindi natin ito na manage, sasabog talaga tayo at matatapos tayo. We will end up in a very bad situation, mga kapatid. And that bad situation, marami pong consequences. It's either tayo ay makulong, it's either tayo ay madisgrasya, we got killed because of that stupid decision of ours, no?
Of course.
If we end up in prison and so on and so forth. So ibig sabihin lang, what does Dr. Dad said is we have to logically and rationally decide, no? Gamitin natin yung ating logical and rational thinking para po tayo ay hindi mapahamak. At yung trigger point po na yan, that trigger point will not be in hindi tayo malagay sa ganyang situation. So step back, re-evaluate and reassess yourself, sabi nga po. Actually, Sir Bad, last year I think I have this topic. What I have said is that what I did is I pray for a while. I pray for a while, so I praying that, oh God, forgive me for I have done sin. I'm thinking of bad things right now. Please let the demon get out of my sight and my mind and my heart. So yeah, that's what I
do the same thing. That's the best relief.
Yeah.
Prayer works.
Yeah.
Prayer works, guys. Really, it does. Believe in Him all your heart.
Or when you are in pain or you are in pain, or when you are in when you experience oppressions, atrocities, and when people is hurting your feelings and they're saying bad against you, what you did, what the best thing you do is to pause for a while and pray for these people that they will stop doing bad things against you, and saying things bad against you. And God will, God is always there for us. We just need to call Him, especially with this, especially in times of troubles like this. When you are in trigger point, what we are talking right now is trigger point. You pause for a while and pray for a while, and believe me, that won't gonna happen. Sir, Vlad, parting words.
Guys, folks, I'm so blessed to be here. Literally, Lord Jesus brought me to you guys. He brought, you guys to me. I know I'm here for a reason. I'm here to make an impact. I'm not, my door is always open. Anybody that wants to contact, Dr. Melody, no problem. I am currently working on setting up my contact information for you folks, so anybody wants to contact me, and if you're at any point, you feel like, you got a question or whatnot, my door is always open. I love to help people. That's where my heart is. I believe that, we can all grow from each other. It's not about us individual. It's about us as a whole. This is where we are strong. We're the strongest where we're all together as a whole, as a big family. And that's what the key thing behind this is. That's why I'm doing it. So I am humbled and I'm blessed to have you guys. Thank you so very much for giving me this opportunity.
Yeah, sir. This will not be the last time, and the next time we will have another topic and to discuss and let our audience learn from it. You know what? And we will thank you very much for joining us, sir.
Thank you.
And again, we cannot pay for you. You don't have money, but
there's no payment needed. I'm doing it because I love doing it.
Yeah. And mga kapatid, magpasalamat tayo. We thank God that Sir Vladimir Senevich is with us right now and willing to help. No?
Thank you.
We are talking, Project Genesis we are doing a lot of things here, mga kapatid. Alam niyo naman kung ano yung Project Genesis. Pero pa tayong nadagdag. We have another pastor, sir, that's joining our group.
Amazing.
So, we have 3 pastors already. Yeah. We have lawyers, we have pastors, and we have psychologists like you. Filipino and Russian American psychologists. You know what?
Amazing.
That pool of expertise is enough to help our members here, our audience to grow. Yeah,
of course.
To grow and learn more, and to become a better person, and not only a responsible gun owner, sir.
That's right.
Anyway, sir, good night, sir. Thank you for joining our live in One Gun Pilipinas, and I hope our audience learn a lot from you. I myself, I learned tonight.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad I'm useful.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us again, sir. And see you next time, sir.
See you soon.
You take care.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Looking
Thank you, sir.
forward.
Thanks, sir.
We'll talk soon. Thanks.
Yeah. Good night, sir. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Good night. So yun mga kapatid, sana po ay nakatulong yung ating programa ngayong gabi at kasama natin si Dr. Vladimir Senevich, no? Is a US citizen po pero siya ay Russian American, no? Siya po ay nandito ngayon sa ating bansa at ayun, at magpapasalamat tayo talaga na siya po ay sasama po sa ating advocacy rito sa One Gun Pilipinas, especially po dito sa ating Project Genesis, no? At sana po ay may natutunan tayo mga kapatid sa ating live ngayong gabi at kapulutan ng aral at sana po ay magamit natin yung ating mga natutunan, ano? At maraming salamat po sa mga nanood, no? At sana po ay tayo po ay nakaunawa ng maayos sa ating pinag-usapan ngayong gabi. At kung nasaan man po kayong dako ng Pilipinas, ng mundo, mga kapatid natin sa One Gun Pilipinas, mag-iingat po tayo palagi at tayo po ay mananalangin at tayo po ay magpakatatag. No? Marami pong hamon sa buhay, no? Yung ating mga individual challenges sa buhay ay sana po kaya natin itong harapin nang tayo po ay nasa tamang pag-iisip, tamang rational thinking, sabi nga ni Doc Vlad, no? Yung logical and rational thinking, no? Harapin natin yung mga hamon ng buhay ng buong tatag at ng buong tapang at panatiliin po natin yung kababaang loob. Napakahalaga po yan, yung humility. Hindi po tayo maliligaw pag tayo po ay merong humility, may empathy at compassion, mga kapatid. At of course, sabi nga natin, pagkakampi natin ng Diyos, sino ang laban sa atin, mga kapatid? Huwag pong kakalimutan palagi ang manalangin at humingi ng gabay sa buong may kapal. Magandang gabi po sa ating lahat. One Gun Pilipinas, together we care. To God be all the glory. Mabuhay po tayong lahat, mga kapatid.
Okay, so yun mga kaibigan, napanood natin, napakinggan yung ginawa pong pagpapaliwanag ni Admin Coricsman tungkol sa ano ba ang trigger point, no? At meron siya naging bisita na isang doktor na isang Russian-American, no? Citizen. Well, sana, yun nga, tulad na sinabi po ni Admin Coricsman, na sana nakatulong itong ginawang pagpapaliwanag hinggil doon sa mga ating gun owner, no? Na ano ba yung trigger point, no? So at least may idea na tayo, kayo, no? Kung ano yung ibig sabihin, kung ano yung trigger point. Well, mga kaibigan, at sa oras na alas 9:37 po ng gabi, Philippine Standard Time, ay magpapaalam po muna tayo pansamantala, no? At tayo magbabalik siguro bukas para naman sa ating mga agila sa bagong milenyo. Muli, ako po yung naging kasama, naging katropa, naging ka-jamming ito sa programang Dalaw Barangay na ngayon ay nag-switch muna tayo sa ating segment ng One Gun Pilipinas. Muli, maraming salamat po sa ating lahat, sa inyong lahat at nagsasabing magandang gabi at mapayapang magdamag. Magandang gabi po. Responsable ka bang gun owner? At mahaba ba ang iyong pasensya? At hindi ba intin ang iyong ulo? Alam mo rin ba ang batas hinggil sa pag-iingat ng baril o firearms? Kung hindi,
A responsible gun owner.
Are you a responsible gun owner? Are you a responsible gun owner?
Are you a responsible gun owner?
Are you a responsible gun owner?
Are you a responsible gun owner? The PNP Civil Security Group would like to advise all firearms holders to renew their license to own and possess firearms and firearms registration within 6 months before its expiry date. Tumawag na at makipag-ugnayan.
Be a responsible gun owner.
One Gun Pilipinas ang sagot, mga katropa at kaganos. Tayo ituturo sa inyo ng One Gun Pilipinas o OGP ang lahat ng legal na paraan at proseso upang ikaw ay maging isang responsableng gun owners. Ano pa hinihintay nyo, mga kagamers? Sali na sa One Gun Pilipinas ngayon na. Barangay, pangunahing unit ng pamahalaan lokal kung saan dito pinag-uusapan ang bawat sinalot ng mga residente ng bawat barangay. Dito rin pinag-uusapan ng mga piling halal na opisyal na barangay ang mga proyekto para sa kanilang barangay. Kumustahin natin ang panunungkulan ni Kapitan dito sa Dalaw Barangay sa Millennial Online TV Worldwide, ang katropa ng bawat barangay.
Ating tinatapos ang ating pagpupulong. Maraming salamat po sa inyong pagdalo at tapos na po ang ating session. Enjoy na po tayo.
Now, we are
Talakayin.
Biggest destruction of dangerous drugs worth 1.
Rebisahin, opinyon, malawakin, aksyonan. Kasama si Rosel Lopez, ang inyong katropa sa pagbabalita. Dito lang sa Millennial Online TV. Tutok na, mga katropa!
Nagbabasa ka pa ba ng dyaryo? O nakikinig ka pa ba ng radyo? Kung ngayon, lahat yan ay mapapakinggan nyo na sa inyong mga cellphone. Dahil online na tayo, mga kamilenyo. Kaya manood, makinig dito sa Millennial Online TV.
Rider, sumalpok sa
Kaya
poste ng
i-follow, like, subscribe, at i-share na, mga katropa.
Hi, this is Hilary Gadon. Nananawagan ako sa ating mga katropa, no? At mga kaibigan, mga kababayan, na palaging tumutok sa
Millennial
Online TV. At yan ay pinangunahan at yan ay pinangangasiwaan ng aking kaibigan na si Rosel. At ang mga nanunood dyan ay hindi bobo!
Inaigting, pinalakas ang bagong news online TV ng bagong milenyo. Millennial Online TV, ang katropa mo sa pagbabalita.